Hello guys, today we'll be talking about the Batman. The Batman is coming out in a couple of days. And when we first saw the critic reviews, people should be skeptical because they're the critics. As we all know, the critics, when it comes to movies, are not really that reliable. Some people really love the critics and act like this is the best, the critics are so great, but they're not really. But over the past decade, with the exception, the Dark Knight and Spider-Man 2's domination over best comic book movies seems to be dwindling, or especially over the past 5 years. With movies such as Shang-Chi, Avengers Endgame, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse coming out, and of course, Zack Snyder's Justice League coming out last year, The Suicide Squad, and of course, Joker, and now Spider-Man No Way Home, and now the Batman. It seems that there's going to be a new list of very, very, very well received comic book movies, which will be very interesting to see a list of the best comic book movies by 2030. Considering that the Batman may yet be another masterpiece that everybody is going to probably want to see. And the movie currently has a 9.2 on IMDb. The only problem with the Batman on potential grosses is the runtime, but Endgame was longer and that movie made almost became the highest grossing movie of all time. Actually, it was for a year until China said, F you, Avatar release, and now Avatar is number one again. But the Batman, will it be the most successful Batman movie of all time? Or will it not? I don't think it will beat, The Dark Knight Rises, which made a lot of money. But and when it comes to superhero movies, this might rank in the next 10 years. Again, when it comes to movies, movie have to have staying power. Okay? Don't watch movies that initially got really good reviews, but don't really have the staying power. For example, Avatar. Okay? But it seems that this year we might have a lot of really good superhero movies this year, with Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness and of course Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse Across the Spider-Verse Part 1. One probably being just as well as received as some of the more recent movies. But the Batman is coming out and yeah, it has all of these really good reviews. So the Phantom Menace, or at least one member of the Phantom Menace, who said this movie would suck just because Robert Pattinson is in it, which I thought was completely and utterly stupid. Which again, you don't judge a book by its cover. Which again, that's what that guy did. He judged this movie based off its cover and said, "Oh, Robert Pattinson as this Batman is gonna be the worst movie ever made, 0 out of 10." But it seems that the early test screen is in, and now reviews are in. Once again, it has a 9.2 on IMDb. Yep. And which again, IMDb scores sometimes are weird. For example, Spider-Man 2 has a really low score, but The Dark Knight has near perfect scores. Which again, Spider-Man 2 is mostly well received, especially among the Tobey Maguire worshippers online. But the average score on IMDb currently is 9.2 out of 10 with 3K reviews. Again, I think the reviews will definitely change once the movie actually comes out. And I don't think it will maintain a 9.2 score, obviously. Spider-Man No Way Home was unable to maintain it. And that movie still has a lower score than The Dark Knight, of course, which has like a 9.0 or something like that. Which is very hard for a movie on IMDb to attain a 9.0, and Spider-Man No Way Home has a 9.7, and I think it'll probably stay around that, which will make it the top 10. And, people often talk about, oh, the Oscars are so important, but when it comes to movies, no, not people can say, oh yeah, the best Pixar of 2021 is the best movie of the year of 2021. No, everybody's gonna say the movies that they actually watched, not whatever crap the Oscars throw at their face. Okay, which is more proof. And the year of 2020, well, the highest rated movie unironically is the Sonic movie. Despite that movie called Nomadland won Best Picture, which again comparing that to what people actually watched, nobody gives a shit about Nomadland. This has been going on for like the past 10 years. The most highly rated movie of the year by the fans and the most liked movie of the year often tends to be the highest grossing movie, or at least in the top 5 highest grossing movies. Number one, why is it like this? It's because the most people have seen these movies. So of course, those movies are going to be rated higher. Yeah, because those are some of the highest grossing movies of the year. Those movies, except for Transformers sequels, which nobody likes those. But Batman is most likely going to end up as one of the highest grossing movies of the year, alongside Jurassic World Dominion and Lightyear, which are all franchise films, sadly. But, a lot of these movies, oh yeah, I think Mario movie might become one of the highest grossing movies of the year. Yeah, that's actually a thing. Mario is getting a movie. Also, Avatar 2 is coming out, but again, Avatar doesn't have, again, considering how abysmally The Matrix Resurrections did, Avatar 2 might do that badly. We'll get Avatar 2 is the wild card movie, so yeah. The Batman is coming out in a couple of days, and it has already pretty well reviews. So yep, that's basically about this video. Goodbye.